That song is stuck in my head.
What?
Someday.
Oh yeah,
Da,
yeah,
da, 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 da,
yeah,
da.
yeah, yeah.
We can't be copyrighted.
Yeah. You can't. That's it. That's all you can say. Oh, here you go.
Okay.
Okay. Anytime you're ready.
Yeah.
We were back.
Ooh.
Oop,
Ooh.
oop,
It was
oop.
off. Update. It was off.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
We're back. How was your fourth?
It's alright.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have to say something funny about the parade.
Okay.
So Sam met us down there, and Kelsey had a friend who let us go into Linden Place.
Okay.
We were gonna watch it in there, but then Sam came down, and Sam and I were standing by the gate, like we weren't sitting in the bleachers or anything. And then we're like, I don't want to stand there in this whole thing, and like I feel like we could just go up there. And there was a whole like section on the other side that was empty. So
Right.
like, let's run,
Right,
and we'll go there. Of course, it fucking starts as soon as we go. We've been waiting, right? Things will start at 10:30. It's after 11.
Did you touch the pavement? It was like, bah, bah, nah,
Pretty much.
And you were like, woo!
Because of course you couldn't just like go out the gate that we were standing at. You had to go all the way the fuck around.
Did you have a moment of freezing? Like, oh no.
No, you know what? I probably could have just walked across anyways because everybody was just in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
But anyways, so
I never get this parade. You gonna go with them? I'm not part of the parade. Yeah, but you can walk with the parade. Yeah.
Why would you want to walk with the parade?
Like, why would I want to follow a parade? Like, what? I like once it
unless you're like
unless you know someone,
or like you're a parent of somebody that you're like trying to help out with.
Yeah, or you're giving water to somebody, or you're doing something.
Right, which you're part of the parade at that rate.
I can't tell you how many times I remember as a kid, like, oh, you want to walk with them? You want to walk with your friends? I'm like, no, I really don't. Hence, me not in the band.
Right. If I wanted to do this, I would have been in the band. Yeah.
They're like, oh, and I'm like, I'll sit on a float. I'll ride a float somewhere.
There was one family with it was like a blow-up pool, and they were just like squirting people with
And I've always said that.
Yeah, with squirt guns.
Okay.
Which like it was too cold for that because it was there was no sun and it was windy.
Right. And if it was 110, it would be like, oh, it was so nice.
Right. There was a split second where it was like, oh my god, I'm dying. But then after that, it was, and I'm sure like everyone marching were on fire.
Now I know you were part of the band. Like I get it. And
I think that's why I hate parades now.
I think for me, in 1801, watching a parade would have been like the bee's knees.
Right.
Like it would have been like, people are playing instruments and walking?
Wow!
What? Like, I don't remember being a little kid at any point and going, I can't wait to see a parade. It was always like, what are we here for? They're just people playing instruments. Like, we all know they can do that.
The Disney parade
but it's like,
is
but they're marching.
But I've seen it a million times, so I'm like, okay.
You know, the only thing about the Disney parade that I'll give you is that you have Mickey Mouse walking or some character you didn't see.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, hey, there's Stitch. I didn't see Stitch today. And, and then you kind of get
the floats are kind of cool.
And the lights. Because there's so much more. But this parade that has no lights.
Parade was the nighttime parade. That's the
parade no, that's
but that's only in fucking California now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they got rid of. I think it might have been before COVID. They got rid of the electric parade.
I saw the electric parade in 99 and 2000.
Yeah, I know, and I was part of it a couple times. But I think maybe it's like right.
High school did it?
High school did it, yeah.
I was some drunk because I don't remember any kids. But I was drinking a lot.
It wasn't all the time.
Oh, like
you know,
I was like, I remember watching and be like, "This is cool." Staying there in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And just being like, "Yeah, this is great."
Yeah, it's
But everything lights, everything flickers, everything kind of goes together. They have like people on stilts juggling. I'm just saying, and they're all lit up. You don't get that in the 4th of July.
Right. No, we saw the 104-year-old man who looked like he was in the 80s, which that's kind of cool. The guy after him, 99, I looked at him like, checks out. That guy looked like he's 99.
Checks out.
Checks out.
I can see it.
We're
Can
like,
I see some
99.
ID?
Yeah.
You look like you're 80. Can you see some ID, please? Not you, not you. You're able to drink. Go ahead. You. No. We think you died 3 months ago. Just keep going. You, though. You, the 80-year-old. Get some ID.
Well, the guy comes and we're reading each like thing. It's like 104. Wow, he looks so good. And then we're reading the next one. 99. Yep.
Yep. I see you too. Like, nah, I ain't buying it. Keep going. Did someone mess us up? This is the 104. Yo, hey buddy, are you sure you're not the 104? I'm kicked out. I'm kicked out because I'd be like, you sure?
So anyway, so Sam and I like run and try and find a spot, and it was either like stand in front of the tree,
right,
or stand in full of the behind the telephone pole, right? So we picked the telephone pole, which was also like sitting on the roots of the tree.
Oh yeah.
And we happened to sit right next to this family.
Oh no.
Mind you, we're on a hill. Like it's like straight down,
yeah, it's
right?
like the tree goes up, and then the roots are kind of like going down.
Right, but the part of the street is literally like
lifted up because of the roots. Yeah.
No, but I mean like because it's like here's the street, here's
I got
the
you.
land.
Yeah.
It's literally like
I got you.
So we look over. This family brought a fucking tarp.
Beautiful.
So the dad's like trying to sit on this tarp and sliding down the hill. And like Mima in a wheelchair and Grandma Jones is right next to us.
They're not rolling, the tarp is just going.
No, they're not on the tarp. They're on the bottom. Like here's the road. They were like right here. The tarp was like right behind them, right? So
they're just waiting for someone to hit Mima, and Mima's in the middle of the road.
So Dad is like sliding down this thing, right?
Yeah.
Waiting for this parade to start. Or actually, maybe it probably already started by then because we were trying to find a spot, right? So he keeps sliding down. Finally, he like kicks the kid out of the chair who's like back, not on the thing. Puts the kid down there, and then the kid is like fucking like sliding like this. And then the fucking crackhead smoking a cigarette comes over with fucking whistles. So Mom and Dad think it's a good time.
Right.
Let's buy this fucking dumbass a whistle.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's
Mom's probably like,
wow, I can't whistle. I was so pissed off. Hi, Brian. So now we're listening to this whistle, and Grandpa in the back is like, whatever the kid's name is, like I know, Johnny, fucking stop blowing the fucking whistle so loud, you know.
So here's my question for you.
Yeah, here's my answer.
How long do you think that parade actually is?
We watched the whole thing.
Yeah, so how long was it though?
Okay, well it started at 11.
11:05.
And it was just like every time we thought it was over.
Right.
Oh shit, there's more. What the fuck? Because they were so spaced out too.
Oh, so in other words, it's a 5-minute one.
Yeah.
That they space out.
It might have been, I'll give it 25 minutes.
Right, yeah. See,
not even a half hour.
See, that's what I'm talking about. No one in 2024
should be doing a parade.
Yeah. That is a half an hour long. Like, see, Macy's parade, I get it. That you get everything, balloons, you get dancers, you get a show, you get floats, the flower one in California. You know when they do all like the
rose.
Is it the rose?
Is it Rose Parade?
The Rose Parade? Yeah, I think it. I don't.
Oh hi.
I want to say it is, but I'm not sure.
The Rose Bowl? No, that's wrong.
That's football.
Yeah. Okay.
College football.
It's definitely the Rose Parade. Whatever.
It's the flower one. That's absolutely beautiful because everything's made out of flowers. Beautiful, and it's not a 2-minute thing. It's like you're there for at least an hour to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Half hour. Rose Bowl. No, Rose Bowl Parade. Yeah. So we're right. I knew it was
put together, separated. Yeah. Same.
There's roses.
You got the fucking point.
Wrong one. Right?
Is that when your balls are made out of flowers? Or
smelling good?
I shot the balls. But this thing was like
that
an hour and a half.
New meaning to don't forget the balls, honey. We got flower scents.
You not with the thorns.
Don't worry, you'll get that little prick later.
Is that when the hair's coming back?
Speaking of War of the Roses.
So anyway, so this parade was like almost an hour and a half. And I looked at Sarah at one point, I'm like, I think I'm done. And then finally, like, the police cars came back, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm fucking tired of this shit.
Okay. Locally, in Warren, they have a fireman parade. Mm-hmm. Okay. Which is they do every truck they have. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm like, and now this is very important to the boss's family because they're all firemen. So there's a lot of family members.
What happens when there's an emergency?
Call Portsmouth.
They're also in the parade, though.
So they're saying that, and they're walking, and I'm like, and I'm just looking at them, going, I don't get this. I get it, like it's a nice thing, but they're literally just doing a block. Like they're just going around.
Is it just as like one group, and then
right
done?
And so the first fire truck goes by, then you get some people walking. The second fire truck goes by, like the ladder truck, like, and then like another one goes by, and then the
how many trucks are there?
Jesus, I felt like there was like at least.
Do they have to keep one at home just in case?
I don't know how this works. And then the ambulance goes by.
The what?
The wambulance.
No. What did you say?
The ambulance. Ambulance. No. Ambulance. They drove by, and I was like, and they're waving, and I'm like, this is nice. This is nice. The second the last person walks by, it starts raining so bad that it's pouring that everyone stops. And everyone
are they just collecting for the hose?
They just stop. And they all decide. The band was playing because Grayson was in it.
Yeah. Okay. Did we have to now? This is like the only time we've ever played. Those are gonna fall down.
Literally, I'm going, and all of a sudden, now this is one of those tricks where they live right here, but we have to go to the high school to pick her up because God forgive, you can just walk home.
Right.
Yeah, one of those tricks.
Well, it's a liability.
Yeah. That I was like, well, I'm so glad you did that. It was boring. Like, I never get, but it's so important to them. Yeah. It's so important to them because it's like tradition, and I get it. But I literally just sat there and I'm going, oh, just shoot me.
So you're not going again?
I've gone like twice.
Okay, well.
Or 3 times out of the 10 years that I've been with Shannon. I've been like.
That would have been a one and done. This 4th of July parade?
One and done.
One and done.
I've never been. Never been.
Don't.
You know what it is? Too many people for me. There's too many people.
We walked down there, I looked at Kelsey and this
I have to deal with dumb people. I can't. If people weren't so ignorant at times, I could handle it.
Yeah.
But it's always that one person that you set up your chairs, you set up everything, and some idiot stands in front of you, and I'm going, hey, my daughter's here to watch us, not to see you. Hey, it's a field country. What are you going to do? Okay. So the next year you like literally sit on the sidewalk. Like it just becomes.
You're like on the street.
Like you're practically in the parade throwing your kid into it, but like, here you go.
Yeah.
No, it's just, I hate it. And then everyone wants to leave now. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to leave fast because there's a million of you on one freaking street.
We were going to my mom's after, and I looked at Kelsey. We actually helped clean up too at the place. No. At the place that we went.
We're standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked at Kelsey. I'm like, we should probably wait a little bit before going there because I don't want to sit on the bridge for 6 hours just to get to my mom's house.
For a parade that's like 2 seconds long, and it's like
what should have been 2 seconds long.
I know. I can't. And I listen. When you're little, I totally do this, but I know people like I like Grayson and her friends went, and I was like, there is no way in hell. I was in high school. You could have got me to that parade. No way. I would have been like, not going.
Yeah.
My girlfriend would have been like, "Nice, let's go." I'd be like, "Listen, we can go to the movies. We can go get a hotel room. Anything but that.
Yeah.
Like, no way.
Yeah.
It's too hot. See, the problem is you got to go like 2 hours before,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't know if you noticed. I drove by the night before. There were people camping out, sleeping on
I
the
thought you're not
sidewalk.
allowed to do that anymore.
I
I don't
saw
know.
someone in a friggin' like what's it called, sleeping bag.
I was like, I don't know, buddy.
And I was like, A, they were homeless, and I've never seen before driving up and down this road.
Yeah.
Or B, they're sleep like I don't think like I drove home late that night, and I didn't see any cops doing
Mm-hmm.
I think you're not supposed to, but you gotta get caught.
Yeah.
And I think it's when it's too many people. If you kind of catch my drift on that. And I just don't get it. It's like people are just crazy, and it's like it's a parade, guys. It's 2 seconds long. Even if your kid's in it, you can be like, "Hey, you guys did good."
Yeah.
Nobody knows that you didn't see it. It's just parades aren't my thing.
Like I said, I've been in so many that I'm checked out.
Really, what did Portsmouth do for parades?
We
I'm
did
not
a
being a
lot of
smart
parades.
ass.
We did Fall River. We did Somerset. We
I
did.
didn't know you guys did all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because I know.
We did the Big E. We did.
I know the Big E. Yeah.
It depended on the year, what the trip was, but we've been to DC. We've been to New York. We've been to Disney. Boston. All these different things.
Grayson asked me, "What do you guys do like yearly?"
Mm-hmm.
Because they have like 4 they have to do for the test. Like they have to do. It's mandatory. This is one of them. They're mandatory. You have to go to that. I'm like,
well, I mean, it makes sense. It's their high school, and
in June, but it's July. Like, there's no mandatory when you're in July. Like, no, thank you.
I did it one time there, and no. That was Taunton, Columbus Day, St. Patrick's Day, Newport. Yeah.
Oh, you guys did. Oh, that's right. I forgot about
too.
St. Patrick's Day in Newport.
Hard to forget.
I've never been to that one either.
I've been to that one.
The only one I used to go to ever, because it was right by my house, with St. Barnabas back in the day.
St. what?
St. Barnabas used to go right in front of my house.
Yeah.
And they don't do it anymore. But they used to walk right in front of the highway's too busy, where back then...
My freshman year, I think it's my freshman year, it was like Portsmouth High School's something anniversary.
Yeah.
And we went around the block.
Oh, yeah?
In like August.
Yeah, I missed that one too.
Yeah.
If it ain't in front of my house, I miss it.
Amen.
That's my motto. If it's not right in
I get a parade of cars out right.
Hey, Jack. Homecoming too. Oh, yes. Well, yeah. Homecoming's homecoming. Yeah. That's always been there. I never feel like that's a real parade, homecoming.
No, it's just around the block.
Oh, you go around the block? I thought you just came down to the school. Like you played from the school and you came down to the field. That's how we used to do it. I don't remember walking around the whole... Like you're talking about like leaving, going on East Main Road and then coming back up? Like block?
I think we did that.
Or do you just walk around school? Because that's a block too.
No, I think we went around the block.
Really?
Actually, fill me in. I don't remember. I blocked out a lot of that. Because they're all the same fucking thing.
She's like, I'm playing, I'm walking, I'm playing, we're done.
Yeah. Amen.
Oh. Yeah, I hurt my back though. That Monday. So my 4th of July was like, okay. I don't want to admit this. It's so stupid.
Then you know what to tell.
It's so stupid.
But tell us your secrets.
All right, so stupid. My snowblower got uncovered. So what happens is...
It was a big gust of snow.
So what happened was I was taking the cover and I was going to put it underneath because I don't want to get the spark plugs and everything wet because then it won't start. Mm-hmm. So I go take the cover, but my father put this green dumpster that we don't use anymore right next to it to try to kind of placate it. Oh, no.
Depending on the year, at first it was just the school campus, but my last few years we did the whole block down by the Duncan to Clements intersection and then up.
Oh, wow. Turnpike. No, we didn't do that. No.
I don't know if we did that every year. I don't remember.
I don't remember that every year.
I don't remember.
Or maybe I just didn't go every year.
I fucking blacked out.
All right. Jeez. Oh, you know what? I was in a parade. You're right. She's right. She's right. We did have to go around by Clements and stuff. My homecoming, I was class president. And I had to sit on some stupid float and wave to people. I remember because I have a picture of it, and I'm like, and we had to dress up like our Spirit Week thing, which I don't know why we had to.
Oh,
so we were
dress up in,
cowboys. We were cowboys and Indians, and we were like, I'm like, I should never in for class president. The worst
you could tell it was a different year back then.
like,
you just were trying to prove a point, and
I proved the point,
and the point proved you.
So true.
Backfired.
So true. That is so true. I was like, look, any geek can win this against the cool kids. No, they can't. They run everything. Look, I won. You got to be here. You got to be here. We're like, oh, what?
Fuck, bro.
Man.
Should have let this guy win.
I know. I did say that. I did tell him. I said, I should have let you win. This is bull. Because you don't do it. It
wasn't your senior year, though, right?
No. It was my... I did it my freshman year to win for my sophomore year. Because it was the end of my freshman year. And I don't know. I had this thing where I was going to prove it. I had the 1980 high school... I know you don't know this, but those 80 movies were always about geeks, like doing something and becoming cool. And, and I just had this thing where if I was told I couldn't do it, I wanted to do it. And then it was just like, you know, I joined the debate team as a freshman. I tried to join student council. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah.
Usually the student council starting the truck props is a class theme.
Yeah, see?
Homecoming corps, road, and convertibles, and then the cheerleaders, football players, and band players marching it.
Yeah, see? I remember being in a
float.
A wagon, like a wagon type of thing, because we
were... cowboys.
Yeah, cowboys.
Were you a cowboy? Yeah, we're a cowboy.
Yeah, I was a cowboy. I'm a cowgirl. I'm like, it is 90. It is the 90s. I could have got shot. I had chaps on. Nothing else, though.
Were they your dad's?
No, they were mine.
No.
I had
you said cowboys and Indians, so that's what I didn't know if you dressed up as an Indian, but I was like,
no,
definitely cowboy.
No,
you had all the gear already.
Not that Indian. Can you imagine? I show up and I'm like, oh, I messed up.
You're like, fuck. You just like change it to the one. What is it called?
Oh, loincloth.
Yeah. Instead of like the
like you got a feather, bro.
Yeah. You just go like catch a bird and like.
No, that was funny.
That was funny.
Too far, but funny.
Always too far.
So, I remember being on it and being like, oh. And it was all mandatory. I didn't know stuff was so many. I didn't know there was so many mandatory stuff I had to do.
Yeah. You chose to be the fucking president.
So many things.
But you think the well, never mind. We'll stop that.
I actually thought I'd become president. It was a lot of, like, you have to understand, when I ran for president, people talk stupid when they went for their speeches.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Aaron Makeley, no offense to the girl, we were all freshmen, so this is us being knuckleheads. Mm-hmm. All of us. But most of everyone's speeches, I'm going to get Burger King here instead of the patties. I'm going to get extra cheese. Like, it was all stuff that I'm like, no, you're not. Yeah, you can't do any of that. Like, the school council has to approve of all that. You ain't changing nothing. Mm-hmm. Like, everything will always be the same. Like, because we have no power. We're 15-year-old kids. But that's what they always talked about when they were up there. We're always talking about how they were going to make the bathrooms better and stopping this and stuff. And
nothing happened.
And I just got up there. I'm like, this is bullshit. I didn't say bullshit. I said, this is all crock. It's crock. I can't change anything. We're not going to change anything. All I can do is help with ideas to make money for fundraisers. Because that's all you did. Yeah. It's like, because the teachers, guidance counselors, your school would sit down with you and go, all right, guys, what kind of fundraisers do you want to do? We can do cookies. We can do chocolate. And I said, And so I had said, why don't we do a like a craft show in the gym. And they were like, what do you mean? I'm like, we can set up tables around the gym, on the side, and we can have everyone come in and buy stuff, and the tables we can actually make money off of. And they were like, that's a great idea. And I was like, because I didn't want to do the same crap. So I was like, okay, that's easy. Got that done, right? Everyone agreed, whatever, went to go walk out the door, and he's like, wait, where are you going? I'm like, what is there left to do? Like, oh, we got to talk about other stuff. Nothing that was like, what do you want to do about ABC? And I'd be like, why? It doesn't even matter. We're only sophomores. Like, well, what are you going to do for your senior present? We're not seniors, and I can't make a decision that 2 more people are going to be presidents after me. Like that's not my problem.
Yeah.
That's not going to be my problem.
Okay, hold on. I gotta cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because speaking of not my problem.
Okay.
Yesterday, my first one didn't show up.
Go customer, yep.
And Karen's didn't.
Okay.
So we were both there like stupid early for nothing, right?
Oh. So what time? What's? I'm not to be rude. What's stupid early? Like 8 o'clock? I'm not being smart.
I think it was 8:30.
Okay.
So it's not stupid early.
Yeah, but it's stupid early when you don't have to be. Right. That's always stupid.
Like, as in, like, she was 45 minutes from her next one, you know, and I was a half hour from my next one. Right.
I get it.
Yeah. So I tell her, like, oh, my first one didn't show up, whatever. She's like, it's now 9:45. When her customer, like, she showed up way after me.
Okay.
So her customer is supposed to be in at 9:45. She's like, where's my first one? Where's my first one? She's looking outside, watering the plants, trying to like kill time.
Right. Trying to keep busy so you don't go yourself crazy that the person's not there. Because I feel like that's my dad is the greeter, and my dad is more anxious when people don't show up than I am. Like he's like they're coming at. I'm just saying they're coming at 8 o'clock, which is usually like the last time you can come, right? Yeah. At 7:50, he's like getting up, checking the door. He's like, checking. I'm like, what are you doing? Just relax. Going up, checking out the window, looking like. Hey, she drives a Mini Cooper. Have you seen a Mini Cooper? I'm like, well, you know what they're driving? Like, this one comes all the time.
Some people drive.
Yeah, no,
if I see them enough. But usually I hang out in the front desk area and just like pretend like I'm doing something. So when they walk in, I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going?
I was super busy right there, but I'm stopping everything to talk to you.
Right. So it's probably like almost 9 or maybe just after. Oh, sorry, 10. Just after 10.
Because I was gonna say it was 9:45.
Yeah. So I'm doing a pedicure, and Karen is actually talking to another customer who came in for somebody else who is out right now.
Right.
So she was talking to her. I answer the phone. It's her customer. She's like, "Hi, this is so and so. My appointment was I don't even know what time it is now, but it's at 9:45, and I'm not gonna make it." And I was like, "Okay, like, do you want to talk to Karen? She's right here." And she's like, "Yeah, and I'm just gonna have to wait and make an appointment." I was like, "Karen's right here. Do you want to talk to her?" And she's like, "No, I'll figure this out later. I'll figure out this problem later." And hung up. I was like, "Huh?" So I told Karen. Then Karen's looking at me because I said her name twice now.
Right. And Karen's like,
knowing it's like trying to grab the phone, but I'm trying to listen to her, and I'm like also like give her the phone.
You're like, here, nope, she doesn't. Nope, here you go. Nope, she still doesn't want you.
Yeah. Right. So she's like, I was like, yeah, that's your customer. And she said she's not coming in, and she'll worry about that problem later. Karen's like, what the fuck?
I can't. That's all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Or I love the people. What? I thought I was supposed to be here at 8:30. We don't take pups after 8:10. 8. We fudge to sometimes 8:15. We'll let but really 8:10, right? Yeah. So she's like, but I'm here now. Yeah. Okay.
That's not gonna do any good.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah.
But I'm here. Like, I'm doing you the favor. It just It's such a tough world right now.
Yeah, it is.
Because
You
I
can't
feel like
not say yes, but you can't not say
not
no.
saying no.
Yeah.
Like years ago when I was a kid, you weren't late for things. You were late, you didn't get it.
Right.
Simple as that.
Right.
You were late at the store. If it was 9:00, it was closed. The door was closed. You were kicked out 10 minutes early or 5 minutes early. Like you were out that door.
When I was working at Clements, we're 10 minutes that the closer was at the door saying you got 10 minutes.
Got 10 minutes, right. 10 minutes.
And then
they
it's
start announcing, and then they start walking down the aisles and kicking people
5
out.
minutes.
They don't do that now.
It's like, can I help you look for anything? No, I'm just browsing. Okay, we close at 9:00, just so you know. Just try and make your way towards the register.
Right.
After 9:00, it's like, okay, bitch, what do you need?
Yeah, like, you better grab fuck out. Right. That's how it used to be.
There was one time I was there until 9:30.
I have been actually talking to a really good friend of mine, which I became best friends with this guy at Walmart, and he's like, we almost were here for an extra hour trying to get, like, almost 10 people out of the store because they got in at before 9:00, and that's all that matters to them. We're like, no, we close at 9, and yet they wouldn't leave, and they caused such a fight that they had to call the police on 2 of them one time.
Wow.
I was like, I would never. If someone came to me and it's like, you need to leave right now, I'd be like, can I grab just this before I go, or nothing? And they'd be like, you grab one more thing and get out. Like, okay, thank you. And I grab that last thing and be like, man, I effed up. I should have been here earlier. I'd just leave. Like,
there have been times where the closer has been like locking the door, and somebody's like, wait, and it's like, do you know what you need? Because if you know what you need, then you can come and go get it really quick. But if you don't know what you need yet, then bye.
I just don't get. And now it's like, I don't know what's wrong with the world, but customers feel so entitled, and then I feel like we both have this I'm entitled, and we play this little game with each other. Like, I'm bringing my dog to you. You should be grateful because I could go someplace else, and then you have to be like, oh, I am grateful, but if you don't follow the rules, I kind of got to be a jerk to you. I'm sorry if you don't follow the rules. Like, and then you're kind of like walking on that whole. But I'll report you. What are you gonna say bad things about me? Yes, if you don't do exactly what I want, and even if you do exactly what I want, I still might bitch about it.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I give people 10 minutes, and if they're not there within their 10 minutes, I call them and be like, we're rescheduling because I'm not taking you now.
Right.
Because that's not fair to the next person.
Right.
Even if it's my last one, fuck you. No, you know what? You know when your appointment is.
And I can't just be there. Well, I forgot, and my data, and this happened, and this, and it's like, I get it. The best is, can you not clip my dog really, really short? I want to leave him nice and fluffy. Okay, no problem. You do know, because I'm leaving it nice and full, you got to comb this out every day. You got to make sure you do, like, you got to work. No, I don't say work, but you go through the whole.
Keep up with it.
You got to keep up with it, just like I'm sure with you, like with you, like, hey, you want it to look like this. You got to do A, B, C, D, blow dry it, flip it, whatever. I don't.
I'm usually like, so like, what do you do in the morning? It's like, oh, I just wash and go. You don't want that haircut.
Right. You know what I'm saying. But, okay. They say, no, I want it, right? Oh, I went on vacation for like a week and no one combed out my dog. Okay? This dog is so mad, there's no way it's been a week. But I swear, I've been brushing it out. No, you haven't.
I brushed it out one time, okay?
No, you brushed the top. You didn't brush the little.
I brushed it as soon as it got home, and that was it.
I combed it out as soon as you did. It was like, whew, that comb. I was like, we're good for 4 weeks.
Yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, whoosh. I'm like,
Ashley said we used to have so many nasty customers that would come in right before closing and then get upset when you told them they needed to check out and leave. Yeah.
They're so nasty. I mean, people are getting nasty. And I don't know if it's because, I remember this real clearly. And I think Ashley will remember this because she's a little bit old. Not that you won't, but I remember Ashley being old enough to kind of remember this. But do you remember in Portsmouth we had a point where you would call up for pizza and you'd be like, yeah, I have a coupon. Oh, no. It's fine. It's fine. You don't need the coupon. You want the $5 pizza? Fine. Okay. Hang up. Like, and we went 5 years like that. It could have been longer. Whatever. You didn't need a coupon. All you had to do is call and said you had the coupon.
Yeah.
And you got it, right? And I'm not trying to say you do remember this actually, but I know you're old enough to. It was in the 2000s ish where you would just call and ask for like I would say 2000 to 2006 or 7 or 8 where you could just call and just say I have the deal. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they changed it where you needed the coupon. And everyone was going ape shit.
Yeah.
Because I knew people who...
I do remember that. That was the best coupon policy.
Right. And then all of a sudden it became, you have the coupon? No, then I can't give you the deal. And then everyone started losing their minds. Because it was like, whoa. I used to call 2 years ago, 3 months ago, whatever, and I never need a coupon. Why do I need one now? And it's like, I don't know what's happening, but something broke, and then we're not fixing it. All we're doing is battling each other. That's all we do is battle each other. Customers battle, like there's no empathy for each other, and the worst thing is, and I say this with really love because my dad always kind of like my little conscious on my shoulder, and he'll be like, come on, you're only a couple minutes late. They're you should give them. They've come a few times. You really should give them the break. And it's like, yeah, Bob, I get it. And 80 through like 95, you give people the breaks. They give you a tip. They appreciate it. Like they're like, hey, I know I was 10 minutes late. Thanks for looking out for me. It won't happen again. Yeah. And it wouldn't happen again for a while. Yeah. I said, like now it's like, well, you did it 10 minutes late last time, and I'm only 10 minutes after that. So now they're 20 minutes late. Yeah. It's like there's no empathy.
Were you always pups in by 10, or like when you had a full day, or was it just
when I was younger, so I'm going to say from the age of, I started working for the family at around 17, but I'll just say 18. But because I did like vacations and stuff like that. But let's say 18, because at 18 I really started working till somewhere in my 40s. Like early 40s, late 30s. My dad owned the business. We used to have a regular of 25 dogs, roughly, roughly. I'm not saying every day, but it was very close to every day. Yeah. And then at Christmas, we would have up to 35 dogs a day.
Was that stressful?
Yeah. And we used to have from 7 to...
You were doing deliveries too at that point, right?
Yes, we were doing deliveries. We were doing deliveries
you do pickups or just
Wednesdays and Thursdays. My dad would go out on Wednesdays, and I would go out on Thursdays.
Do you do pickups too, or just delivery?
No, well, yeah, pickup and delivery. Oh, okay. It was all one thing back then, not now. And we used to... 35 dogs was a lot. Actually, if you want to know the secret, we used to... oh my gosh, I remember this. Because my dad didn't do this, and then I said, I have an easier way to do this. Because I'm so lazy that I always thought like how to figure out ways. So what I would do is I drew out our setup. So in the grooming shop, all of our holding areas. And then I would write, small, medium, large, because we have like extra large. We have like, obviously a Great Dane can't go in a small, like, you know what I mean? Like, so we had all these different sizes. So I would write it all out, and then I would photocopy, I'm old school, photocopy and make 10 days. And it was the 10 days before Christmas. I know, it really was like that. And then I would write on the top of the page, Monday, whatever the date was. And then what happened was when my dad made appointments, he would put the dog in that holding area. Yeah. So if it was a poodle, and they say, oh, it's a small poodle, and he'd go, I don't know this dog. Or if he knew it and he's like, it's not a small, it's more of a medium, he would put it in medium. But then that holding area was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so 35 is very easy because then we would schedule it perfectly on all the sizes. Where before, it used to be like when they came in, you had to figure out where to put them.
Yeah.
It was like a lot of times there were days that I remember, like, what are we going to do? Like, and they were like, okay, well, I have. There were times I remember when I first started, we had holding areas that would have to, like, he's like, oh, I have one that sets up because of his dog showing, and he would set it up like and like to put this bigger dog that we had all these holding areas open, but we had this too big because we had too many bigger dogs. And then we kind of got on a rhythm, and then we started doing that every year, and that was really easy because then you kind of knew.
I don't think that's lazy. I think that's very smart.
Well, because it's my fanaticness. It's like I don't want to work any harder than I am, and I feel like when the too many big pups would come in, and I'd be like, "What are you doing? Why do we have 10 of them and we have no little ones? Like you could have switched this. You could have easily A B." You know, and so we used to do that. We used to set them all up and write them all down. So, yeah, I felt like 35.
Wait, you didn't answer my question.
Oh, yeah.
Were they always in it by 8:10? Or was it?
No, it was, I want to say 8:30 was the latest. Okay. So from 7 to 8:30. But I think there were a few pups that used to come in like roughly at 9. Like, you know, but that was the
last call.
Like, and it had to be certain breeds that only came in that late. Like, you didn't have a Newfoundland come in at 9 o'clock. You had like a boxer, a Labrador, something that you would know, because we used to set it up. I guess I could talk about it now. It used to be like one of those family secrets you didn't talk about, but it's not the same like it was so many years ago. And so we had my dad at the time would clip dogs. We had Bonnie, and we had me, and we had usually another, like a washer at the time. So Bonnie and I would comb out dogs. So like strip out like a Labrador, Newfoundlands, Great Pyrenees, like whatever, like dogs with hair that don't get haircuts. My dad would do haircuts. And then then what happened was the washer used to come over and say, all right, I want this dog first, this dog first, this dog first. And then we would attack those first. And most of the time, it was the thickest dogs first, because you didn't want to wash the boxer that could dry in 2 minutes that's going home at 1 o'clock at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Because we started grooming at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, and then at one point, we got a person who used to blow them off. Like, it was a...
You got a blower? Nice.
Yeah, that was.
Did that come with the anal sex? Or?
Extra.
It's an extra tip, you know what I mean?
And when I say tip, I mean tip.
Some of those dogs have big ones. Sorry, ew.
So what happened was there a lot of times I would like the washer, and then got to a point where I felt like the washers got complicated. So Islander moved back to being the washer, because it was like it became a dance for me of like when to wash things, because at 1 o'clock when we came back from lunch, the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock dogs had to be done just in time so everyone could start finishing the dogs.
Yeah.
So, and what happened was we didn't use heat dryers. So if you think of taking a husky, and put it under air, just air.
It's gonna take forever.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
So what happens is you would have to plan it out, blow it off so much, do certain things, and then put it on the air circulator so it'd be done by this time. And then it was like a little dance. And I remember it took a while to kind of get, and then it became. I was blessed, really blessed. I always give credit to these two people, Bonnie Bateman and Amanda. Oh, she's married now. I don't know her married name, but those two were always on the same page with me, and it was always so easy to dance, because it'd be like, I did the Great Pyrenees because it going home at 3 and I needed early, so I did the first dog for you. I did that, like I almost didn't even have to say anything because we were always on the same page,
Yeah.
and it was always, and that was I'm gonna say a good almost 20 years, maybe not perfect, but like 20 years of just everything just flew. It just everything was easy. We just knew. I would tell Bob, that was the big thing, was telling Bob because he was doing too many things. It was like, Bob, make sure you clip this one next because I'm going to need this one because I only got one hose for this pup. Like, I need to have as much time as I can get. And I, it's not the same now because it's actually, we're smaller now. It's just me. I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody. It's just me. My dad's just the Walmart greeter. So,
yeah.
But it's weird because it's like I have moments of, because it's the same shop. I walk over and it's like, this was so
different,
booming. Like this was like things were here, blowers were here. But I remember when I very first started, we used heat dryers, and that was actually scary because you would have to check the pups constantly so they didn't overheat. Now this is 94. 93, 94, if you will. You couldn't, we didn't have AC for the fact that we had fans and windows open, but like days like this would kill us. Like no one would dry, and it'd be like so stressful.
Yeah.
And then when it went to air circulators where there was no heat, then he was like, oh, then I'm going to have AC because then it's worth it because heat and AC, they would cancel each other. It was like, but I remember we would have to put big giant fans in all our windows to try to make air flow across the. It was crazy.
We've been trying in the morning to go without the AC, and you open that window,
it's like breathing pure water.
Well, Karen's always like, well, I want to
drowned yesterday.
can drink the air. Karen is like, oh, I thought I could make it past whatever. Like, I just hate listening to it. I'm like, yeah, but I'm literally like dripping. Like, that's not like I'm not working in a sweatshop for a fucking haircut. No. Like, I'm turning the AC on. She's like, I can't believe I only opened the doors because you had them open. I'm like, because I thought you would have yelled at me. I'm like, bitch, I'll fucking do what I want now.
I'm not lying to you, because of how I don't know if people hair are the same, but dog hair actually can kind of like embedded into your skin. So I always wear a t-shirt, a work shirt, and then a smock. Because dog hair can get kind of very
you get like hair splinters?
Yeah. Like it's really bad.
Because my hands are so bad, I like brushed off the seat, and it like 3 of them were like stuck in my hand.
I used to get them between my fingers. And like before I realized the shirt, I used to get on your nipple. I used to get them really bad, like on my on my chest and stuff. And then one day
I get them in my toes because
one day I said I had enough, and I put a t-shirt on, I put a work shirt on, and I put a smock. And I actually had a smock and a normal work shirt. I put a t-shirt on. That saved my day. But before there was, now this is when I was much skinnier. I was 18. We were all, I don't know if we all know, but I was a horseback rider, so I was 125 pounds when I graduated high school.
Yeah.
I used to put the t-shirt on, and because we had heat dryers and we had to keep checking, and there was no, like, I'd go home with salt marks everywhere, like so bad, but because I would had 3 layers on, and people would be like, oh, why do you wear so many layers? I'm like, because if I don't, and I actually haven't, we're speaking about this, I haven't had in a long time.
Oh, I literally had one yesterday.
But I don't do the same things, if that makes sense. Like I use a brush to clean it. Like I'm too fanatic now. Like I've learned too many lessons, I guess. Like, not gonna do that. Not gonna, like very rarely do I, use my hand of brushing out. I kind of always use, like I said, like a brush or something. And
well, I usually brush like people, but I feel like it's weird to like brush the seat with the same thing I'm brushing somebody with. So that's why I just wiped it off.
Yeah.
And usually it's not a problem.
When I say a brush, I mean we have like a sweeping brush.
Oh yeah.
Like a little hand brush.
Yeah.
And I just clean everything off with that all the time.
Yeah.
Like I
usually use a towel too. But yesterday, for whatever reason, like I didn't want it to land on the person because I was taking the cape off.
Yeah.
And so like I just like pushed it off, and I was like, oh fuck, like, ow.
Yeah,
oh my god, I had 2 people yesterday. I should never book them together, first of all. But they took so much energy out of me. The first one, like, I only see her every so often because she's going to school in Portland right now.
Yeah.
But when we're together, like, she talks nonstop, which is fine.
Right.
And like we're laughing, so it's like a lot of fun.
It goes so fast.
Yeah. But she had like a long service too, like a longer than normal service. So like it was even longer of just like that high energy, right? Yeah. And then I had a couple people, and then I had this other person who like her life is just bad all the time, right? And so she's like happy really one second, and then she's like bawling her eyes out the next moment, and it's like up and down and up and down, and she talks forever too. And she had foils done yesterday.
Oh,
like
Jesus.
Full head of foils plus a color. So I had 4 hours of her. Oh no, it was like probably like 3, but still, it was like so much. And then after her, I had a couple more people too. And by just after her, I think I was done with her at like 4:30. But I still had 2 extra people, or 2 other people. And Kelsey's aunt is in town, so she was at the salon, and I just look over at her, and she's like, "You look exhausted." Like, they just took so much out of me.
So I had two lovely ones today. You already heard it, but 2 lovely ones today. Mm-hmm. That guy comes in with a lab. He hates other dogs.
What time is it? Okay.
He hates other dogs. He hates being around other dogs, and we're like, we don't let puppies play.
Yeah.
We don't do that. I just told you we have holding areas for all of them. That's how it works. That's how it's always worked. Mm-hmm. And that will be the way it worked until I die or I don't do this anymore.
Right.
Because I have seen horrible dog fights.
Yeah. And so you don't want that liability.
And the fact is, I don't care what, he loves them. No. I don't care. Don't care.
That's great.
Don't
Take him to the dog park.
Go someplace else and play. Not here.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, your dad and Lori, those 2 pups are the only 2 pups that ever came in my grooming shop that I can ever remember giving adult food to, because I knew you guys. Like, I knew them, and they're like, "Oh no, he eats real food all the time." Like, but I would never do that for any other pup.
Right.
That's the only time I've ever thought of even giving somebody, because you don't know if they have anything like, colitis or anything else. So it's like, nope, sorry, nope.
I'm not
now I give them treats. If people bring in treats, like that, I can do that. I give them, but so he's like, oh, he hates dogs. He hates other things. So I'm walking down the stairs, and this Labrador is just going. Like, I call it running crazy. They just run. I don't know where they're running to, because they've never been here before.
Yeah.
But he's just running crazy. And I keep trying to kind of like, heel, hey, come on. Like, because not all dogs know all commands.
The same commands.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, come on.
I fucking hate that. Yeah. Because, like, I try and, like sit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, we call it wait. I'm like,
I know.
Well, what do you want me to say to your dog?
So
Or, like, get down. Like, oh, no, we say off.
Yeah. No control. I have no control. I mean, I do, but I have no control. And I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. And I'm talking to him like he knows what I'm saying, because that's what I do. What are you doing? Why are you running? Like, where are you running to?
Yeah.
You've never been here before. Like, you're just want to get down here, which is nice, but, better than going the other way. But my arm's getting ripped. All of a sudden, I'm like, why am I not being able to control you? And I'm keep doing this, and I'm like, getting annoyed, because he has a gentle leader, and I'm like, why isn't this like, gentle leaders do this to your legs? Because it's supposed to like tighten that part so you can't do anything.
Yeah.
As I look down, the gentle leader is connected to the collar, so no matter how much I pull, it ain't doing this to him.
Yeah.
Oh, and the new thing is now to have your collar locked.
What does that mean?
So there's a little button on it that goes to lock, so you can't squeeze it. And I'm like, what dog is squeezing this and popping it off? So that's a new thing. So now I have to try to put the pup into the holding area, which is a lab, take off a gentle leader, which means I got to go over his legs, and now unlock something. And let me just tell you.
Isn't that a safety thing?
What?
Like a safety hazard to have the
lock?
The lock?
I would think so, but it's on things now. And I'm like, oh, good. Another thing we get extra for that we don't need because it makes you feel better, but it doesn't do anything. Just like having a gentle leader connected to your thing, it makes you feel better, but you have no control.
Mm-hmm.
So what does it do? Well, he gets out of the gentle leader. Then maybe you shouldn't be using it. Just throwing out ideas here. So I'm trying to do that, and now he's trying to get out of the holding area because, once they get in, they're like, okay, I don't want to be in here anymore. And I'm like, no. And they're pushing against me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my back to go pop. And I'm like, please, close the thing. And then he lays down because the gate's open. It's common sense. Oh, because he doesn't want to be there. No, the gate's open. So if you saw the gate open, you don't want to be there. But once you know the gate closed, it's like, okay, I can lay down.
Yeah. I actually bought one of those collars with the lock for Brian.
Oh.
Freaking hated it and bought a new one without the lock as soon as I could.
Yeah, okay. Well, see, obviously we're talking to someone who has a brain. No offense, Ashley. No, you know what I mean,
Ashley. At least a little bit of one.
No, Ashley, you know what I mean. But I can't tell how many people, feel like that is
the only thing I can see why is if your dogs, play fight a lot, and they're always going for the neck because Kelsey's parents' dogs, they always bite things off of the collars. They have but then the trackers.
Guess what? They'll still bite it off.
Yeah.
Even if the lock is there,
that's what I'm saying. It's the only thing that I can see
because they're not going to just chew the thing. They'll chew the actual fabric and chew it off. Which I've had 2 dogs do that to me as my dogs.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So I'm like, please God, help me. It helped.
But then it's a strangling issue. Exactly.
Right, exactly. So, again, she has a brain. And I don't mean that meanly. I just mean that it's so common sense that I don't know how more people don't do that.
Right.
Just like, oh, I have to walk my dog in a harness. No, you don't. Please, God, you don't have to. You don't have to. If your dog pulls you, then you can have a harness because that makes sense. But if your dog pulls against you, then harnesses don't work.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people like, what? I don't like that other thing around their neck, their choke. You put it on right, and you got to give and release. It's like
I've always said that.
You know what? It's like a half halt on a horse.
Yeah.
It's the exact same trick.
Mm.
If you're going to do this the whole time on the horse, it's a half halt. It's give, take. It works. And I get it. But vets push these harnesses because instead of buying a collar or one of the collars that get a little tight and then let go, because they're ones that don't even do the proper choker, if that's what their name thing anymore. There's just a thing that when it just tightens a little bit, you just let go of the lead and then it loosens again. It's automatic. It's not like you have to play with it. It's built right in.
Right.
The other thing is I had this pup come in and a lady says to me, oh, my dog hates getting his nails done. Oh my gosh. She's like, I'm really nervous. I might have to go with you. I said, that's not how it works. I'm sorry. We'll take it. If it's that bad, then you might have to.
Is it just nails at this
Just nails.
Okay.
Just nails. So I said, you might have to come back and,
The dog probably hates having her do the nails.
So.
Oh, sorry. I didn't get to the part. Sorry.
So she does groom her own dog.
Okay.
So the dog comes down, whatever. She likes it. It's her dog, not my business. One less thing I have to worry about. No offense. I bring it down, and my dad is nice enough. He's in the kitchen. He's like, you need help or something? I go, nah, I don't think so. I don't think it's a little dog. And those are the ones that I always get hurt on. The little ones. The big ones I always seem to dodge. The little ones are like, boom. I'm like, what happened? My fingers going.
I swear I had a middle finger here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if anyone wondering why the far, he had dew claws. And so I come up, and my dad says, "You're done?" I said, "This is the worst dog I've ever had. I wish they're all like this." She's like, "You're done?" I was like, "Yeah." Super easy.
Again, probably the dog hated her doing that.
So no, the trick is mom is too slow. Because see, when you do a bad pup, it's about
quick. Yeah, get done.
The more you mess, just like combing out a dog, it's you have a time limit. Because there is, I would imagine people have time limits too. I can't imagine you can keep someone there too long without them getting too
annoyed.
antsy.
Yeah,
Or no matter how much you're doing, it's like, all right, we've been here for almost 2 hours. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, mine is Karen can wash and cut my hair, but I'm done. You cannot blow dry my hair.
Yeah, like there's a limit.
Yeah.
There's a limit where you have to say. With pups, it's the same thing because you can't negotiate with them. There's no talking. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Comb out, comb out, comb out. The longest I have a dog that I try to have on the table is an hour. And if it's a lot of work, then I have to put them away, let them get back to reality, take them back out, do it another hour. If I'm talking about really bad pups, like bad shaped pups, and even then I feel bad for it because I get like, this is so much work. You just give them a haircut, like just start over. Like this is because there's no magic thing to take off mats. You're pulling them out. I'm holding things, and like you did with that little girl. You're doing it, but it's still doing it.
Yes. Like, so she had to come back a couple times, and then we just ended up cutting him out because the dad was like, "She can't do this anymore."
Right. Because mentally,
that was 3 times.
Mentally,
and they were hour segments.
Right. It's the same as a dog. Then you're doing the same thing. It's one of those tricks that it's just and what
I think it's also always harder having, well, in my case, the parent, but your case, the owner, be there because then they're just reacting to whatever the parent's doing.
Right. The best thing I can explain to you, and I've had a lot of customers, and I'm not going to say anything bad about this, but I've had people come in. I don't know. He doesn't want to be here. Look, he wants to leave with me. Yeah, he wants to leave with you
because
you're
he
his
knows
owner.
Him.
Yeah. You do everything with him. And the other thing is, when you get that way, it's like actually, you should actually relate to this. It's like kids at school. If mom sits there for 20 minutes, oh baby, are you gonna be okay? Oh my god, I don't think he can do this. He's gonna be scared. The kid's gonna be like, yeah, I don't want to be here. You're scared. I'm scared. Like, they feel off of that. And I know Ashley doesn't do little kids, but she's still in elementary school. That she still must see that. Like, you just go, say bye, because by the 3rd day of school, what ends up happening? Bye, mom. See you later. I want to go. Like, like most kids get it.
Yeah. I was not one of those kids. I cried every time.
She's like, I was a senior crying. like I don't want to go. Same thing with a pup. They don't want to go with us. And then we go, okay, can you go out? And as soon as they leave, they like trot down they're like, la la la, because then they go, okay, you're in charge of me now. Like, I don't know what to do. But I can't tell you how many people say, well, what do you do when I leave? Do you drag them? And I'm like, no, we actually don't have to. Because once you leave, all that drama is gone.
Yeah.
And all they have is us. So they become like, okay, there's no, if I run underneath the table, you won't touch me. Because they don't have that type of freedom. They don't know where they're going. They don't have a plan.
Yeah.
Then they have something around their neck to control them all the time, like from walking from the table, like if it's a Labrador, to the holding area or to the bathtub, and I pick them up and put them in the bathtub, like like they're not just roaming free.
Yeah.
So there's no drama. It's simple, and it's most of the time. I can't tell you.
Do you hurt your back lifting the dogs?
I am so blessed. 9 out of 10 dogs, 9 out of 10 of them, want to go in.
Okay.
Because I walk briskly, and then half the time they try to jump, and I'm like literally catching them and going, okay, thank you, like, and they're already like, let's go, let's go, let's go. There are a few. I'm not gonna lie. They're always those ones are like, yeah,
Nah.
no.
Pass.
And I usually have to ask if it's a big pup, I have to ask. Like we have intercoms into the house, and I'll be like, hey,
You're
Dad.
still in your house?
No, not in my house. No intercoms. Thrown out when we're
with that woman.
When that girl left.
She took it with her.
She's like, I'll take
she
this.
She still calls your mom.
My luck. I just love when I told that story. Grace is like, so did she stay? And I was like, nope, I didn't get lucky. She left too. I was like, I think I would have left too. Of course you would have.
Yeah. Vibe's gone.
Yeah. Especially when your mom's coming over banging on the door. You're not picking up. What's wrong? I'm 22. Like,
yeah.
Is that your mom? Yes. Leave me alone. Take this intercom.
Yeah.
Don't ever come back here again.
You could talk to her.
Yeah. So a lot of times, and then we just pop it in. But most of them will put their front legs on, and then I'll pick up their rear end, or they'll kind of. But I always help. Never. Yeah, we used to have one that did everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you open up the holding area, jump right on the table because we have hydraulic tables.
Yeah.
I used to pump up the table, groom it, lower the table. Dog would jump off, run, and I would say tub or holding area, and they would run where they're supposed to do, and they jump right. It was a German Shepherd, jump right into the tub. I never put anything on, and I would just wash them. I would say turn, and they would turn around. But it came like every week. And it was a German Shepherd. We got to a point where we didn't lock the holding area. We would just close it. And we would just literally just say
that shepherd knew their job.
Yeah, no, they did it
every week. That's crazy.
Yeah, we had years ago. We had a lot of weekly dogs. Really? We had 2 Bichons that used to come every week. So
these were
Peter Barry with 2 Bichons. We had oh my god, I can't think of the German Shepherd's name, but they owned a dry cleaning years ago, and we had a Golden that used to come every week. We had at least 4 to 5 dogs. Oh, we had 2 King Charles that used to come, and the owner would sit upstairs and wait.
Wow.
And so he would pay, if I'm correct, of course, Peter Bear, yeah. Oh yeah, we actually did 4 Bichons with Peter Bear because he lost the first 2. Well, lost one, bought another one, and then lost the second one, bought another one, and then those 2 passed on. But we did those for forever.
At least their lives.
at least their whole lives.
Yeah.
I don't know if we did. We probably did Zoe way before we got Mabel, and that was for the first 2. And then the next 2 came. I know we probably did the whole or majority of their lives. We had a soft coated Wheaton that used to come every week, and he still comes to us with a Airedale. That's the one with the gay guy that says, "Did you just say anal sex?"
Oh yeah,
that's the guy, and I love that guy. He's a brilliant of a man. He's really a nice guy, and but he's had 2 soft coated Wheatons and an Airedale now. So this is our 3rd dog with him, and he comes bi-weekly now, but he used to come weekly all the time. So I mean, there are a lot of people, and he comes from. Wait a minute, I used to say East Providence, but it's the east side of Providence, not.
That's different.
It is
very different.
Yeah, it is very different. And he used to be like, no. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. He said,
so sorry.
I didn't hear the side. East side. I didn't know we were throwing up gangster signs. Yeah, but yeah.
How do you do the boobies one? Is it blood?
I don't know. I have no clue. There you go. Perfect.
Does that spell blood?
Yeah, spell blood.
How do you do the O's?
So yeah, no,
I can't do it.
but no, they used to come all the time. So and it's nice because most of them want to really do it, but then they get next to their parents and they go
silly.
They go silly because it's like, oh my god, you're here.
Yeah.
Do you know him too? Because I don't see you two together. Yeah, there's a reason.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how it goes. We didn't even get to our topic tonight. Yeah, we haven't seen each other.
Shocking.
We haven't seen each other. Oh, you know what the best part was? I didn't literally see you for the last 2 weeks. I haven't heard from you. We haven't talked.
We have not done anything.
So
have I sent you videos?
No, none. I've sent you a few, but
I haven't watched any of it.
You haven't watched me in so long.
I have like 3 people right now that I have not responded to.
No. So we have not done anything, which was kind of like, I hope she's okay. I was like, and the only thing was I hurt my back, so it was like I was grumpy for like. I felt bad for Shannon.
So what's different?
Well, nothing. And I got fancy new reading glasses.
If you can put them on. Yeah, they can't see you.
I know there's a reason why you can't see me. I got fancy reading glasses because I can't read shit anymore now. I'm officially old.
Yeah.
It happened.
Put them in the condom. You don't want to. You don't want to. You know.
Safe.
Yeah. Safety first.
I got reading glasses. Cried when I had them. I did. I was like, oh man. But I couldn't read anything. Well, actually, I should say
you can't read anyways.
I was an LD, so. No, I can, but it's like it goes clear, it goes blurry, it goes clear, it goes blurry, and so I started reading about it, and then they said that you shouldn't strain, so I said, okay, it's time to get glasses.
So the pasta and the water have to be together all the time. No straining.
No straining. Perfect.
Yes, soup always.
No hamburger helper. All right, guys. All right.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Ditto. Bye, Ashley.
Bye.